This is not a strategy. This is a law. After 24 years of failure, I've learned one truth. Discipline is more valuable than any indicator. This is my binding contract. Trading isn't just about charts, numbers, or candlesticks. It's about discipline. Today, I'm sharing the exact rules I cannot break on my $5,000 prop firm account. These rules are my lifeline, my shield against failure, and my roadmap to success. I've failed before, many times. I've blown accounts, ignored risk management, and let emotions control my trades. But this time, it's different. This time, I have rules that are carved in stone, rules I will live and die by on this journey. Because, as Jim Rohn once said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. I will be disciplined. I will always be disciplined. And the Bible reminds us in Proverbs 25:28, like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. So today, I'm rebuilding my walls, stronger than ever. My hybrid trading system works, but I didn't. I failed to work. I broke every rule. I traded on impulse. I revenge traded. I risked everything on a sure thing. I failed to have self-control. I failed to be disciplined. That ends today. This is my final stand. This is the system. Rule number 1, risk management is non-negotiable. I will never risk more than 0.5% per trade. Capital preservation first, profits second. According to George Soros, it's not about being right all the time. It's about surviving long enough to be right. That's the mindset I'm carrying into this journey. Trading isn't about hitting home runs every day. It's about protecting your capital so you can stay in the game long enough to win big when the right setup comes. In my next video, I'll reveal the tool I'll be using to make sure I adhere strictly to this rule. Trust me, this is a game changer for every trader serious about long-term success. Rule number 2, stick to my trading plan. Every entry, every exit, and every stop loss must be planned ahead of time. That means no revenge trading and no emotional entries. Because once emotions take over, discipline flies out the window, and that's when accounts blow up. As Proverbs 21:5 says, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty, but those of everyone who is hasty surely to poverty." That's why I'm committing to a disciplined, rules-based approach. And in one of my future videos, I'll break down my entire trading plan, step by step, so you can see exactly how I structure my trades for consistency and longevity. Rule number 4, patience over impulse. No matter how tempting it looks, I will not jump in early. I will wait for my hybrid system signal before entering a trade. Because as Warren Buffett once said, the market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. And the Bible confirms this truth. James 1:4 says, "But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing." Patience is what separates reckless traders from consistent traders. It's what separates successful, professional traders from others. It's not about trading every candle. It's about waiting for high probability setups and letting the system do the work. And in the nearest possible time, I'll also be revealing my hybrid trading system, the same system I'll be using to pass my $5,000 prop firm account and scale into bigger accounts in the future. So stick around by subscribing to this channel. You don't want to miss that. Rule number 4, journal every trade. Wins, losses, emotions, and mistakes go into the journal. Every loss must teach me something. Write the vision and make it plain. Habakkuk 2:2. These rules are not just about trading. They're about life. They're about discipline, patience, and faith. I know the road ahead won't be easy, but I'm ready. Because failure is no longer my enemy. It's my teacher. And success is no longer just a dream. It's my destiny. And in the same spirit, Confucius reminds us, our greatest glory is in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. And as Proverbs 24:16 says, "For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again." I am not the first to need discipline. Bruce Lee said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." My one trade is my one kick. I need 10,000 unique trades to determine my success. Aristotle taught us that excellence is a habit. These rules are my new habits. Every day, I will practice them until they are who I am. Rule number 5. End every trading day with gratitude. Whether I finish the day in profit or in loss, I will thank God for the opportunity to learn, grow, and become better. Because the Bible reminds us in 1 Thessalonians 5:18, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Losses don't define me, they refine me. Each day, each trade, each lesson is a step toward mastery. Just like Bruce Lee said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." Trading is the same. It's not about chasing endless strategies. It's about discipline, repetition, and gratitude. So every trading day, I close with thanks, because gratitude keeps me grounded, focused, and ready for tomorrow. But my own willpower has failed me before. My strength must come from a higher place. My foundation is my faith. 1 Corinthians 9:27 says, "I discipline my body and bring it under control." That is what this is, bringing my impulses under control. And Joshua 1:9 commands us to be strong and courageous, to not be discouraged. That is the courage I need to walk away from a bad setup and stick to my rules. This is my contract. But what about yours? What are your non-negotiable rules? You don't need 24 years of failure to learn this lesson. Start today. This is my rise. My $5,000 prop firm journey begins now. If you believe in discipline, faith, and never giving up, join me on this journey. Subscribe, hit like, and comment below on your #1 rule you never